Beautiful. Yes. Yeah, so thank you everyone for coming. I think this is one of the greatest training or investment that you can do for yourself. Even hearing our brother who just shared now, it's refreshing, you know. It makes me feel like what we're doing the right thing. You know, we're helping many people to have that freedom to be able to do what they love. You know, I was talking to one person because I travel a lot. Enjoying Australia on a caravan and all that. I was talking to one person on a camp, and it was sharing with me how they love to go on a holiday on Bali, but he added, but he's like, most of the time when he's there, he's thinking about the rent. He's thinking about everything. I'm like, this is not a holiday, you know. How can you go for a holiday and then be worrying about the bills, you know, that you have to pay, you know? And this is a platform that gives us the opportunity to be able to do that. So we are all blessed to be here, and let's take it serious, and let's dive into it well. And I think the best are yet to come. Okay. So I think Ruben and Pops have given more introduction. And today, I just want to say that everything that we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about is purely my own journey, things that I've learned, and it's been working for me. I think it's been working for Pops Matthew, it's been working for Pastor Ruben as well, and many other people on this platform. And those of you who have already started the journey can attest to it, that this is working. So if you're confused about anything, we still encourage you to talk to your financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor. Everything that we're going to share here is purely an experience base. Okay. So today we're going to talk about steps to becoming a qualified IB. Okay. So yeah. So the basic question is that, where are you? You know, why are you here? Why are you here on this platform? Why are you here investing? Okay. Basically to enable you to create a passive income from this platform by tapping into the 30% from the fund manager. And so there's a good thing, although it's not compulsory, but we are here to maximize our profit, you know, to make more money. And through the wisdom of the people who set up this organization, they're like, hey, instead of we giving money, you know, to other people, we want to create more worthy people. You know, our customers are here to make money. Why don't we satisfy them in that regard? You know, so they put this there for us. And again, to also know about the second incentive, which is the 5% rebate, where when you refer someone, you get that as well. So this training will basically focus on the 30%, but we'll also add a little bit of the 5% because it's something that is on the table that we can grab as well whilst we move on. So basically, this is our organization. Okay, there is when profit is made, okay, the 10% is given to the trader, okay? And 60% comes to us, the investors, and then 30% is retained by the fund manager. Okay, so let's go a little bit slow. For example, if 1 million is made, 1 mil, okay? 1 mil is made in a cycle, in a fund, okay? 10%, which is 100,000, is what the traders get. They get paid, you know, 100,000, and for that matter, 600,000 is what we get to share in. Okay, so all the little money that comes through our profit comes from this, and then 300,000, okay, gets distributed through the IB. The IB distribute that to all of us, those of us who are running the business side of things. So I think this is great. This, you can get a little bit more money to come from here to add to whatever that you receive here, and gradually it grows. when I started doing this, and I saw the way the money was coming in, I remember I told Pops Matthew that, hey, Pops Matthew, this is great, because you see it small, but it adds up, and at the end of it, you see the bigger picture, and it's so exciting. Okay, so that is about that. So my question is, how long have you been an investor? Okay, will this be something that is great to carry you on into the next chapter of your life? Okay, do I want to take this to the next level? Okay, so if you don't purpose this in your heart or in mind, it's really difficult. We're talking about building a business here. So we need to have the right mindset, the right attitude towards doing this and becoming successful in it. So if you think of building any sort of a traditional business, and the attitude or the momentum that you use to approach this should be the same thing here. Because if you don't put in effort, nothing gets done, and you will kind of fail. Okay, so that is a question for you. Are you ready? Do you want to take this to the next level? It's good to earn the interest or the profit, but if you want to go the next level, yes. How do you want to achieve your goals? How do I want to achieve my goals? So this brings us to what we were talking about earlier. And I know Ruben said that it is not compulsory. We're not going to reprimand you if you don't do the assignment. But I think it's important, for us to consider this. We can't just move on without looking at this. So I want us to interact a little bit here, okay? And then hear from you what you think about these questions, on a deeper level. How are you going to make use of this questionnaires that was given from last week? Have you thought about it? The first one is, what do I really want? What do you really want in this investment? Okay, what do you really want? So maybe you didn't have time to look at this question throughout the whole week, but I want you in this few minutes, type in something, think about something and put in, because if you don't have any vision, then where are you going? I remember when we were young, we used to watch a cartoon, Alice from the Wonderland or something like that, I've forgotten. And the cat was asking this in one of the scenes, was like, where do you want to go to? And he says, I don't know. And he said, then it really doesn't matter, does it? If you don't know where you're going, then you are lost. Okay, so we really need to know what we want from this. Having a pictorial view or something, an amount or something that we can look to, this will drive us, in order to work towards. So in the comment section, what do you really want in this platform? What do you really want? What do you want to achieve? So put in. It's a question. I want to hear you interact. I want to see you interact. What do you really want? As someone says, steady passive income stream, beautiful. Okay, security and giving. Okay, beautiful. Financial freedom, very good. Financial freedom, very good. To live life to the fullest. Okay, to live life to the fullest. This is good. This is good. This is good. Beautiful. Now, it is good for us to have this vision, but I want us to narrow it down a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about numbers. For you to have that financial freedom, what does it mean? What would you get in this that will mean that you've achieved a financial freedom? If you're talking about security and giving, what do you have a yardstick to measure that? Do you get what I mean? So So someone will say, if I have maybe 1,000, that will be great for me. I'll have a better lifestyle, no pressure, So what I've written here is that what I really want is to generate an income of 1 million per year by 2024. Okay, now I'm using some SMART goals here as the SMART acronym because I've put in a time frame to it, and I've also I've quantified what I want, into figures. That when I look at this, always when I look at these questions and my answers, this compels me to work towards achieving that goal. Okay, so to generate an income of 1 million per year by 2024. Okay, so we need to also have something like this, that we're working towards, So let's jump to the next one. What is important about it? If you have this, so those of you who have answered already, I want you to restructure your vision, get it put some numbers to it, and make it something that you can look to it and work towards. Okay. And then we look at the second one, what is important about it, which are your values. Okay. Yeah. What out how much I want in my retirement and in my giving foundation, and then work towards 5 years to establish You're very good, Michelle. You're on point. So you have something you're working towards, and I believe in 5 years, an amount, in mind that you think will be greater working with and towards as well. Okay. So here I have pay off my home loan by next year. Okay. And establish different stream of income. Okay, so here I thought maybe I can even put establishing three different stream of income will work for me. This wouldn't work, So again, it's always good if you have numbers, towards these goals. It will help you to achieve your aim. It will help you to work more towards it freely, rather than just talking about it. So again, I've got next year there. It's timeable. Okay, establish different streams of income by 2027. I've put a time on it, that I can work towards. As Sahindra says, to generate 500,000 per year by end of 20. Absolutely amazing. Okay, absolutely amazing. This is great. Steady passive income gives stability. Yes. So, Sahindra, you are on point. Okay, so you haven't. When I started this journey, or before, I was thinking. Sometimes I used to think. I used to limit myself, and I was like, can I achieve this? Living in Australia, what sort of work can I work to have these numbers, come to fruition? And it all started until I started hanging out with the right people. I remember I used to do some network marketing, and although I wasn't successful in, but I knew people who were successful. They became close to me, and we could talk, and they revealed some of the figures that they earn on a monthly basis, and that blew my mind. And one day I was like, if these people are making it, I can also, make it, and the same thing when I came here, and then I learned from Pops, I learned from Ruben, what they are doing and how they have freedom financially. I was like, If they are able to do it, I'll also be able to do it. So when we used to run this training, I remember one lady who brought Pops Matthew in will be given some high figures. And that used to scare me. But after a while, I was like, no, this shouldn't scare me. If they are making those figures, that means they are real. I can also make it. So after a while, I changed my mindset. I changed the way I think, and it also changed my approach, and I started working on it. And then here I am today, enjoying the fruit of the labor. So we can do it. Next one, how will I get it? What is the method? So this amount that you have in mind, the $500,000 by 2024, $1 million, how are you going to get it? Okay, how are you going to get it? Can someone put in, what is my method? What is my approach to reaching this? Ruben says, I did well to work on it. And okay, thank you, Ruben. Thank you so much. Yeah. Can someone interact with me? How are you going to do it? What is the method? How are you going to get to that? Whatever amount that you have in mind, okay, how are you going to get to it? I'm waiting for it. Okay, so for this platform, okay, beautiful. Okay, so let's look at what I've got here. Build AUM to 5 mil by mid 2023, and build other leaders as well. Okay, so here I know that in order to achieve what my goal, I need to have some figures. We're talking of money here. Okay, I need to do some work. I need to put in effort. Okay, I need to build other people, because once I build other people, I also get built. Okay, so this is my strategy. Okay, and if you want to build this, I think this is the way that we do it here. Okay, and I'll talk more about it. Okay, are there any obstacles? For me, nothing. Okay, maybe you have some obstacles that we might want to share. We would like to hear, and if there will be ways to help you navigate through those obstacles, again, that is why we're here. We're here to help one another. Okay, so for me, there's nothing holding me, nothing that I'm aware of. If something will hold me back, it is me. It's my mindset. It will be a poverty mindset, but I'm over it now. I'm now rich through Christ. Okay, so if you have something, let me know. I'm just reading through the chat. Okay. Beautiful, to change more people's life through TFXI passive income stream. Beautiful. Okay, how do I know I'm successful? So after a while, obstacle is starting capital. Okay, so what do you mean by starting capital, James? Okay. What do you mean by starting capital? You need to explain it a little bit. If you're already in, you have already started. Even if it's 1,000, you have done it. And that is why we are here. We want to teach you on how to build the business side of it. I need to have my own investment. That is correct. That is correct. Your own investment will produce an amount for you, but we can help you to tap into other source of making a little bit more, where you can use to grow your capital. Okay, whatever you reinvest becomes your capital. So the 30% can help you. We don't expect everyone here to have a bigger investment to put in, so that is why you are here. You can recycle the money and grow your base, so yeah. So how would I know? Setting smart goals and regularly measuring my results to the plan. to fine tune my small steps. So along the way, I will have to come back always and see if I'm achieving my goals, if things are going well. If something is not going well, how do I approach, next week, Ruben will be talking to us about how to approach customers, I think it's great. Do not miss that. Because you need it in order to be successful in this business. You need some skills in order to be able to approach people. So that is that. Well done for communicating with me and going through the steps. From time to time, you need to visit this. These are powerful questions. I have done it over and over and over. It has helped me to be where I am today. So do not neglect them. It will really help you. Okay. So we need to know the basics. When you become an investor, you become an IB. Okay. You become just introducing broker. Okay. And then when you refer someone, okay, the broker gives you 5% as a thank you. We know that the reason why they give you 5% is because they do not employ people. Okay, so they to make us rich. Okay, they rather want to give us the money rather than paying it to an advertising company. We are in for money. So an example there. So if you refer someone and the person put 10,000, okay, 5% of 10,000 is 500. Okay, so this is what you get. Okay, so let's look at the next slide thing. So for another example, so John invites two people, Smith and Love. Okay, so Smith put 1,000 and Love put 20,000. 5% of this 20,000 is $1,000, and 5% of 1,000 is $50. Okay, so if you add this and that, you get 1050, 1,050. Okay, so this is what you get as a rebate, 5% that gets given to you. But here the company doesn't give everything to you on a go. Okay, because in the past they've given that and people have withdrawn their money and they've run at a loss. Okay, so here they give it to you on a prorated basis over a period of 12 months. Every month they will give you one of them until it all finishes. So to do the mathematics, okay, 1050 divided by 12, that will be 87. Okay, that will be score. Okay, now when the person pops up, they will calculate another 5% and give you that as well. Okay, but when the person pulls out, they cease giving you
If we lost him?
Dr. John is muted.
I think we have lost him.
I think you've lost him. Give him a couple of minutes to jump in there.
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We lost you for a minute. Yeah.
Okay. My computer just went. Yes. So I think we are all on track to this point where we get on a monthly basis being a prorated amount that is that we get from the rebates. Okay, so what I before the screen was that if the investor, but if they add, they calculate it and they give more to it. they give you more. Okay. Where you can see calculation is when you go into your trader room, you log in, you go and rebate. Okay. When you go and rebate, you will be able to see a spreadsheet that stipulates all that they spell everything out there for you so that you can check it from time to time. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Dr.
So there
John.
are some key
Dr.
to
John,
remember about rebate. Okay. Number one is paid over a period of 12 months. Okay.
Dr. John, can you hear us? Hello. I think we've lost him again.
I think you lost him again.
We've lost him again.
Yes.
I think maybe because he's using two computers, so maybe he's having some internet problem.
He has overridden the internet in Sydney.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Maybe try with your camera off because your signal is lagging for all of us.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yes. Maybe the camera is your signal, all of us. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, I think you've unmuted two places. Your iPad and your phone and your laptop. You might need to mute one or get rid of the sound on one. Your iPad and your phone and your laptop. Might need to mute your iPad.
One is muted.
You'll have to turn the sound off.
You'll have to
like turn the sound off. Like leave computer audio.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you for the assistance.
A pleasure.
Yeah. So there are some key points that we need to remember. That the rebate is paid over a period of 12 months. Okay. When a client increases their investment, they will calculate based on the new fund that has been attached, and they will also give it to you. That is also prorated. Any amount that gets attached is prorated. And when a client's pulled out before 12 months, it gets discontinued. Okay. And there is a watermark system that calculates the rebate. Normally it's not what we think. It's about the system. So be aware of that. So when someone pulls out before the 12 months and reattach a figure, the system records that all the initial rebate has been paid. So they calculate it based on the new rebate. So for example, if someone put 1,000, okay, and 6 months down the line, they detach, okay, and then they put 1,100, okay, the rebate will then be calculated on 100, not on the remaining figure that was left here. So be aware of this. We've seen people who have complained. It is a system. This is to help check people who move money all around and trying to gain some unnecessary figures. The company has put a stop to it. And we learned that a few months ago. So be aware of that. And yeah, I think if you know this, you wouldn't go trying to calculate, do not pay much attention. I would say do not pay much attention on rebate. Whilst you build the business, that will come in automatically. I think the 30% is what is greater, 30% and 5%, which one do you want? I think the 30% is what rewards much. So let's look here unless maybe your client is putting in over $1 million or something that you look into the 5%. But I will say just focus on building the business side of it, and this will come in, but the 30% is much more rewarding than any other thing. So we've established that when you become an investor, you become an IB. When you start investing, you become an introducing broker. Okay, when you have 5 or more signed directly under you, okay, in a fund, okay, you become a qualified QIB. Okay, so 5 people directly under you where they have all invested a minimum of 1K. Okay, and then you yourself, you have a minimum of 1K in that qualifies you. Okay, with exception in the rest of the funds. This is according to fund, each fund. You can qualify it as a QIB in all the funds individually, with the exception of GM, GM2, and Victoria. We do not have Victoria anymore. Should have taken that out. Okay, so these 3 funds, normally they calculate them together. That is basically the back. We're looking at the rest individually. Okay, and yeah, basically they all have the same principle when it comes to qualifying as a qualified introducing broker. Okay, becoming a QIB allows you to tap into the 30% from the fund manager. We've established that. It does not take anything away from the 60% profits of the investors, which your IB is under you. Okay, so this is a money we all know that is given from the 30%. So it's got nothing to do with the 60%, you know, from the people that are under us. So this is a good concept that we can share with them and let them know that, hey, it is not your money, you have your money intact. This is a remuneration that I'm getting from my work done. Okay, introducing others enables you to tap into this. So basically, the work here that we need to do has to do with introduction. Okay, that is all. That is the basis of building this business when you introduce others into it. Okay, so first, when we are coming in, we know that it is not compulsory. We can just be an investor. Okay, but at the point in time, we know that there's some money sitting there that we can gain more to help us grow our money quicker. And that has to do with introducing other people in. Okay, it is not a network marketing because we do not have to do it in order to make money. Our investment makes money for us, but introducing other people in will also help us to maximize our profit. Okay. So the step 1 is to become a QIB in 2 funds, example, Nicole and AMG. Okay, that if you want to go in for it, this is the strategy that we'll be suggesting. Or if you think you are a slow person, you can start with 1. When the 1 is built, you move to another 1 and to another 1 and to your other 1 as you move on. Okay, so these are the funds that we have. We need to know the funds very well, and we need to know each and every one. These funds, they are commission plans, you know, compensation plans. You know, it's good to know them and be able to make the most from it. Okay, so we also get to know about the best performing funds that Tokyo, Nicole, AMG, Yuri, and GMC. These are the best performing funds. So if you want to build a business around, this is where we encourage our investors to invest in, and then we build a hierarchy within these funds, and we'll be able to make more money from there as well. Okay, so this is you. Okay, so this is how you look like. You will hear QIB, IB to QIB. Okay, you have 1K in you and 5 people under you who have invested in different with different amount of money. This makes you a QIB. Anything apart from this, you are not a QIB. Okay, so let's look at something. So we tap into the commission and 5% referral. Let's look at this. This is URI structure, okay, compensation plan. So I want you to pay attention to the red numbers here, okay? The red one that is here, okay? So personal attachment qualification, okay? 1,000, your personal, if you invest a minimum of 1,000, you get to share within the 5%, 10%, and 15, 5, 10, 15, okay? If you have 3,000 and above, you get to share in the 20, the 25 here, okay? And I'll explain more once we do some example here. So a basic example is here. So let's look at this. So you here, you have 1,000. If you put 1,000 in and you've got 3 people under you,
okay? 1K, 1K, 32K, making 34,000, okay? So this is your AUM, your asset under management, okay? Direct asset under management is $34,000, okay? The way this is being calculated is you'll get your 5% bonus of this amount, okay? And then we're looking into the commission. So here is we calculated that, let's say that the net profit for that cycle, okay, was 7.5%. So we calculate 7.5% of your total asset under your management, okay? And that is 2550. Okay, so on this, they calculate your commission on. So you will receive this money. So you receive this money, 15% of this. Okay, so how did we get to the 15%? This 15%, we knew it because you have 1,000 in you. This qualifies you to receive, okay, so the 15% is coming from, let's go to the next page here. You have 1,000, okay, and then you have 34,000, okay, so you've just crossed, but you haven't reached 45,000. So you are within this range. And the percentage of payout that is available to you is 15%, okay? Do we understand? So that is where the 15% is coming from. So you are here 1,015, okay? So the higher you go depends on what you do. So based on this calculation, would you or whoever is here receive any commission? Can we put it in the chat box? Based on what I've explained, do you think if you have a structure like this, you with 1,000 and 3 people, 34, would you be able to qualify for a commission? So the answer is no. Beautiful, your answer is correct, no. Why? Because you don't have 5 people under you. You are still, although you've got some money in here, the only thing you can benefit from here is your 5% referral fee. You haven't qualified as an IB. Okay, so these people can increase, they can have 1 million, total of 1 million or 2 million, but because 3 people down you still wouldn't qualify for any commission. Good? All right. So next one, let's look at this. You were here, you have 3,000 under you, okay? And we have a total of 70,000. You have 5 people under you. Based on this analysis, would you qualify for anything, for any commission? The answer is yes. Great. Okay, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is what is being said. You qualify as an IBN. You have a minimum. They all have a minimum of 1,000 in their investment. If one didn't have an investment in, then you would not qualify. Okay, so this is the structure. So when you are building your business, these are some things that you need to know. So the first thing you need to do is to get qualified as a QIB. Okay, so based on this person, you got 3K in yours, 70K as AUM. Okay, so 7.5% of that is this. Okay, now the right amount for this is 25%. Why 25%? Because he's got a minimum of 3,000 in his own investment. Okay, this qualifies him or her to tap into the higher returns. Okay, so it qualifies you into this category. Okay, 3,070, you earn 25%. Okay, so if this was 1,000, he will qualify for 15. So the next step, the next thing you can do for yourself is to make sure after you qualify with 5 people under you, you put 3,000, you migrate from 1,000 and put 3,000 in yours, okay? Just to be at the safer place. And then you inspire your clients to invest more under you, to hit the amount that will qualify you to get the highest return, the highest payout, which is this. So the question is, if 788 and 1313 is placed on the table, which one would you go for? I think everyone will have to go for the higher amount, okay? But to get the higher amount, there's a little bit of work that needs to be done. Number one, you need to make sure you've got this ticked. You need to make sure you've got your 5 people under you, and you need to also encourage them to invest, to hit a minimum of 60,000 under you, and then you qualify for the maximum payout. Okay. Now, different funds have got different strategy or different payout system. For example, in Nicole, the maximum qualification here is 40,000. Okay, 40,000 instead of 60,000. Okay, and that is why sometimes we suggest that when you are starting to build, okay, because Yuri has got a little bit of work, I encourage you to start with Nicole, okay, where you can easily get to 40,000. And I think AMG and GMC also 40,000. Tokyo is, I think, 50,000, and Yuri is 60,000. But they've all got a similar way of calculating things. That the basic way to get qualified looks similar. Okay, are we on the same page? Can we move on? Any questions so far from here? Okay, if no question, I'm just looking big. Okay, so
just a quick question, Doctor. Just if you go above 70, it keeps going, right? The percentage keeps going up. If you go 80, 90, if it you
yes,
get maybe,
yes,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that means you have nothing to worry about. And yeah, so normally one thing that I learned from Pops Matthew is to get here a little bit over what the required amount. So if here is you're looking for 60,000, what I've done is that I've tried to build this to maybe 80,000, for the sake that when someone withdraw some money, I don't fall into the lower category. Okay, so I can still maintain my position here and still make the most from this. Okay, so the more the money under you, the better. Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. So just tick those boxes, get you yourself there, secured 3K minimum, okay, 5 people under you, and get them to invest, okay? And
Thank you.
Make sure that it hits that amount, the required amount and above, and then you will save. Good.
Yeah,
Good
thank
question.
you.
Anyway,
I've got a question, Dr. John.
Uh-huh.
In AUM, your own investment is not considered?
No, it is not. It's asset under your management.
Okay.
Asset under management. So yes.
And up to what level does it go infinitely down to calculate the AUM?
The AUM, this calculation that we're talking about here is what is directly under you. that
First level.
qualifies you.
Yeah.
Yes. There are other ones that we can go into it later when after the thing, if you want to know more how to calculate other commissions beneath you. We can go in, but we cannot go into that today. If we dive into that, there'll be too much confusion, you know. But you just set yourself with this, and you are fine for now. Okay. Later we can run a training on that to calculate how the commissions are calculated on a deeper level. Is that all right? Yeah. So these are some of the by the way you can maximize your commission. Okay,
Dr.
so
John, interrupt for a moment.
yes.
Just to add to that, guys, one of the strategies that we have recommended is that if you put a minimum of your 3,000 in your account and you have a partner, you can put then the rest of your money under your partner under the first level. And that's how you start building more commissions back to you as well. So for example, with me, my wife is under me directly, and I put most of all my money apart from the 3K minimum in her account. So that's a strategy you can use. If you've got adult children, you can use that strategy as well.
Beautiful. Yeah, that is really good. That is the same thing that I've done. Let's say if I got 5 people under me here, probably this is my wife. Okay. I've put the chunk of our money under my wife to help to balance to get to this quicker. So you need to be smart. You need to think, yeah. So if you have your family in, if you are a single person doing this, then you need to work a little bit more hard, you know. But if you are a couple and you are in this, I think this is the best way to make sure you'll be able to get to these figures quicker. Thanks, Ruben, for that. Okay, so we here.
Sorry, just that I better do this in the full group. Prasad and a couple of others had asked also about the QIB, why it's saying 60% profit sharing, just the screen before.
Okay.
Yeah, just guys, again, I know it looks confusing. Could you put the screen up before that, Dr. John?
This one?
Not this one, the one before that, the one with the example on it. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. So guys, no, this one, yep. Stop there. Next one, sorry, go to the next screen, the one that was saying 60% profit sharing, the one you were just working, the working example you were using.
And then this one, it taking some time.
No problem. Yep, this one. So
Okay.
guys, just to understand the 30% pool, this commission structure works on half of the 30% pool. The other 30% pool we'll talk about once you've achieved the highest level, which PopsMath has an advanced program on, which you've already recorded as well. So when it says it's 30% calculation of the pool, but it's off the 60% profit sharing. So don't get confused between the two. So that's why when you see the numbers on the screen, it's the red numbers we work on, but those numbers are calculated off the 60% profit sharing for that 5-week period. Okay. Now, the basic way I look at it is don't overthink this. The structure is there. It's really well set up, done. Just get your 5 people. When you start seeing the money coming in, I don't think you're going to really stress about how the calculations work, but the calculations do work out. We've spent a considerable amount of time checking that out, and we have an advanced course for that. But just get the basics in here. Hope that makes sense. So it's 30% of the pool we're tapping into for commissions, calculated off the 60% profit sharing, which is why you see that 60% number.
Yeah,
there.
I think just to add to what Ruben said, just to keep things simple, guys, even though each fund, we're giving you some examples here, the rule of thumb is if you got about $1 million under you, not only directly under you, but also people under who have brought other investors in. Total, if it's a combined for $1 million in, you are looking at about $40,000 US as a commission as a rule of thumb. So that's just and how that works out from different funds. This also depends on the performance. So just to give you a rule of thumb, if you have $1 million across all the funds, the chances are you'll be earning about $40,000 US in commission, apart from your personal profit.
So, PopsMath, 40,000 in commission, is it in? I want you to to clarify this, is it in a cycle or in a whole year? You need to,
No, it's per year. I'm looking at per year. If
Yes.
you got $1 million invested across the funds under you, and you are qualified as a QIB in all the funds, or whether it's in one fund or two funds, you will get average about $40,000 in commission, apart from the referral rebate and your own personal profit.
Yes, yes. So I wanted you to clarify that, not so that next time when someone
No,
will
it's
say,
not per cycle. I wish it was per cycle. It would be awesome.
40,000 and I didn't get
Yeah.
yeah. So that is what it is. So thank you everyone for chipping
And
in
just
that.
let me throw that in, because I think there's a little bit of confusion now between the 1 million and what we're showing on the screen.
Yeah.
What Dr. John is talking about on the screen, and Stephen, this is to answer your question, is just you building under you directly your AUM. So we call it a
That's right.
DUM, direct asset under management.
That's right.
Matthew is giving us a good example of a goal is once you get your 5 qualified people, you start getting commissions, then you build up your direct asset under management. But think about if you build up a 1 million of everybody that is under you, that is where you look at that idea of about a 40,000 USD a year. So hopefully that makes sense.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. So thank you once again for coming in. Yes. So what I would be saying is that, number one, look at your own investment first, and then graduate and help other people build. So introducing broker, qualified here, and then you're looking at going into the EM, BM, and M. Different funds have got different names. These are basically the same. Okay, so AMG GMC will call it executive manager. Okay, Tokyo Nicolay will call it business manager, and Tokyo's finance calls it manager. Yeah, this is where you maximize. You get the most. The highest return. Just putting yourself there, putting 3,000 on you, and also making sure that the asset under management gets being qualified. The highest amount that they're requesting. In this category, it will be 40,000. For Nicolay, and then Yuri is 60,000. So these are just different names. So you moving from here to here, or maybe you are still here, you're looking to move to this place. Okay, so there's some work that needs to be done to get there. And these are some different their compensation plans, an overview of it. We can post it on the group. You can have a look at it later. But I will not be suggesting that spend your time and calculate. Sometimes some of my clients will call me and they will say, oh, I think they've made a mistake, and later when we went in, it's about $3 difference somewhere. I'm like, how do you compare your $3 different with a system that is calculated? $3 is nothing, just let it go, So yeah, we're looking at greater things rather than just some $3 and every, some small amount of discrepancies here and there. But this is great. We can look into it. Can my income produce without me? This is a question that we need to ask. Apart from earned income, list other ways that you can produce income. Okay, so list that, and list at least one new way you can pursue in the next 12 months to earn income. And yeah, so these are some common ways or different income streams that you can earn some income. Okay, we've got earned income, profit income, interest income, residual income, dividend income, rental income, capital. These are all, apart from earned income. Okay, these are something that you can generate without you being so much active in. Okay, and so here we're talking about our residual income. Okay, and then basically residual income, which is the best income that for me I've discovered, or purely passive. Okay, and so know the basics. Okay, so these are the two streams of income we're discussing. Okay, you can be an employee where you work for someone or you work for your money. You can be self-employed where you need to invest your time. Okay, and you have no leverage. Okay, unless maybe your business is boomed and some people are working for you, you know. You can also earn passive income where you the system works for you. Okay, you get people in working for you, or an investor where money works for you instead of you working hard for money. Okay, so this is where you need to be, set up this system and move on, and this will produce this fruit for you. Okay, this two basic fruit. Okay, so TFXI, sorry. TFXI is a business that allows you to leverage of others' investment without denying them of their profit and growth. Okay, so this is a system that I love so much. You know, when I got to learn about the way the system works, this is a system where it doesn't reward lazy people above you. Okay, so you can be down Pops Matthew, maybe 6 or even a 10th level, but you could be making more than him. Okay, so if Pops Matthew doesn't do his own work within his organization and make money, you know, he will not be making money out of you. Okay, so the system is really good. If you put in your best, you can make it. You know, you can easily make it in this. And I'm a proof. You know, I'm down past Matthew about 5 levels, but I'm not saying I make more than him, but I'm happy with what I make. Okay, I'm happy with what I make, and I know that they're taking nothing from me to give to him up there or to Ruben, or you know, this is the way the system works. So it's a beautiful system. What we're saying again is that it doesn't take anything from your clients that comes in. They still get their 60% profit. You know, so it's a good system that we can leverage on. Okay, so set goals. One, set goals of what you want to achieve in what period of time. So the SMART goals, we discussed that for example, 3, 6, 9, 12 milestone. You know, what you want to achieve. You know, create a plan. They said failing to plan is planning to fail. You know, if you don't put something on paper, this will be like a daydream. Okay, it's just gonna go while away, nothing will happen. Always grow by helping others. And that is our motto, you know, focus only on building maybe 2 funds, managers at a time, and then let the rest work. So there are some assignments here that I want you to take into consideration, okay? So 5 basic questions that this week I want you to work on. And trust me, Ruben is going to ask you this when next week he starts teaching. Okay? So which 2 funds would you become a QIB in within next 3 months? Okay, how many IBs do I currently have in those funds in me, and how many do I need to get? You know, so think about this and work out a plan how you get to become a QIB in the rest. Am I fully ready to be business minded as a QIB and treat TFXI as a legitimate? I like the word legitimate business. Okay, opportunity to create passive income to fund my dreams, goals, passion, and calling. Okay, and so we know that we have to serve our clients with all that we are in the best that we can. Okay, this we know, we've been in it for a while, and we know that this is legitimate. Everything that TFXI is doing is legitimate. There's no crooked ways of doing things, you know. So being legitimate means you serve your clients best. You know, you don't find a way to take their money or give them a false information and all that, you know. And that is why you need to know. I think last week, Pops Matthew talked to us about you knowing your stuff if you want to become a QIB. You know, if you know what you're doing, you'll be able to serve your client well, and they will build trust, confidence in you, and you'll be able to be successful in this business. Okay, set 3, 6, 9, 12 month SMART goals for the monthly income you want to earn passively from TFXI. Okay, so I have mine. I have like mine keeps growing, you know, and every time I reach my goal, I set new goals. You know what I want to earn every 5 weeks. You know, I recently reached one of my targets, and I've set new one that I want to reach hitting by Christmas. You know, and I know it's possible through my commission and then my own investment. You know. And I tell you, it's so exciting. And as Ruben says, some of those figures sometimes it's scary to even talk about, you know. But it's refreshing. It's great. You see that there are greater things ahead. Which stage am I at towards becoming a manager? Okay, set a goal for the next level to reach in 2 of the funds you are focused on. Okay, so do something this week, sit down, plan, write something down. There's power in writing, you know. When you write, it affects your memory, you know, positively. Your subconscious mind accepts it, you know, and it's easy to retrieve because, you know, you've written, you've taken an action on a paper, you know, and gradually you can you can dive into it. So do some work, and this will help you. You know, and again, we would like to hear some of your answers. You know, some of your strategies, some of the ways that you're planning to do this, and we're here to support you. You know, what is my current total AUM overall funds? You know, what is my 3 whatever months goal to grow my AUM to maybe 500K, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 3 million, etc. You know, what are some of the goals, you know? So put these things down, and then next week, I believe, is going to be great. Ruben can add more to it to help you reach that. Are you ready to face which level you are at or move to the next level? Okay, the key is to help others to grow. You know, I'm such because I've helped others, and this is our motto. You know what Pops and Ruben and others do here. Coming from a biblical point of view, we've always loved to help people, and whilst people are growing, doing well, we are happy, and we are also reaping a great reward from it. You know, so this is something that I learned from Ruben and Pops Matthew, which I think has become part of my life now. I've adapted it, you know, going from broke to breakthrough, flow to overflow. You know, the key scripture is Genesis chapter 26, 1, 12 to 13. I'm not bringing in this because I think it's relevant for me to bring this because this is who we are. We are who we are because scripture has influenced us. You know, we do not do anything outside of scripture, outside of the motivation that we get from the Word of God. You know, and I think it is great. Moving from economic independence to financial freedom, and then financial independence to financial freedom. It is great. What we need to know is to at least aim to be at the flow, you know, financial independence. Okay, so the next slide will talk to us about it more, you know, having a truth mind, you know. So moving from broke, you know, have a generous mind, develop a mind of generosity rather than scarcity. Okay, so when we read this, if we have time to go into the scripture, we know that a generous soul will be the one who actually, someone who prospers is the one who spend time as soul scatters, you know, give, you know. And I know as a principle is when you give, you receive. Okay, in whichever form, you know, you could give your time, you could give anything, and basically that is what we are doing. You know, we're sowing into your life, we're showing you what we have done that is working for us, you know, and so we're encouraging you to also do with your investors or with your client. Okay, and there shouldn't be any sort of strife or any feeling of just trying to make money from people and not helping them actually understand or grow. That is not what we live for. And we suggest that you do that with your client as well. Okay, scatter to increase. The more you give away your time, money, talent, and resources, the more you will gain. Okay, there is one who scatters yet increases more. Okay, and so these are biblical principles. When you scatter, you gain more. Okay, and you help others grow first. Okay, Jesus says, help others grow, and you will also grow. He who waters will also be watered himself. I think it's a beautiful scripture. Okay, so we will not be left alone whilst we help others. Okay, and it's time for business. Go from good to greatness in heaven's atmosphere of being prosperous. The people we curse him who withhold grains. Okay, so in the Bible, when you read it in Proverbs, it says that when you withhold, the people will wait. So it's a beautiful story. You can take your time and read about, I think, Isaac, and how he prospered, in a foreign land. Okay, but blessings will be on the head of him who sells, okay, or who gives, okay, who doesn't withhold. So these are things that God has promised us in the Bible, and the more we do it, the more we see the fruit. The more we see the fruit of it all. Okay, so few things for us to finish off. Okay, generating passive income. Okay, now you have your vision. What are your outcomes, and what package of strategies do you need to do that? So what are the outcomes? Okay, what do you need to do? Decide on how much passive income you want to achieve in the next 12 months. Okay, this is crucial. For example, you want 8K a month, or in the year 96, you want to retire. Okay, you want to stop work. You want to replace your income. Okay, you need to decide on something. Okay, and work out some strategies, in months, how to achieve this. For example, within 3 months, I want to achieve 2K per month, or 6 months, I want to achieve 4K per month, and then another. And I've always done this, and every month I see increase. I have a spreadsheet that I use to check my progress, and every month, or every cycle, I see the increase through my own investment and the commissions that are coming. I'm able to compare, and I see this, and these are real. If you do it, you will see the fruit, but it has to do with planning. Once you have done the above, then it's time to work out the strategies or the how. You need to ask a mentor or some mentors for some suggestions, advice, and strategies that have already gained fruit that you wish to imitate or stick to, a plan in the next 12 months. So you can ask Pops, Ruben, or myself for some strategies, or someone who is successful. We know some people who are successful in this platform, Michelle, YC, Dr. Law, so many people, you can ask them, or whoever introduced you in, you can ask them and they'll be able to help you in the next step, It's an example of an action plan, work out 2 funds, okay, become a QIB, minimum of 5 people under you, build your EM status, okay, to get the highest commission, okay, find 1 or 2 under you who are keen to build a business like you, and then help them grow as well, okay. This adds depth to you and increase your commission level. Spend at least 1.5 or maybe 2 hours a week assessing your fund managers' win-loss ratio and become more informed on their characteristics. Yesterday, I had a lady who called me through a friend who wanted to hear a little bit about the investment. I spent about 10 minutes just talking to her, and straight away she sent her details and I signed her up. Why? Because I spent time, she asked relevant questions, I was so shocked, and I know that she will be successful in it. She asked relevant questions, and if I didn't have answers to that, she would have doubted and would not have, signed up. So I spent time to know some of these information, and whatever questions she asked, I was able to give her the answers. And that within 3 minutes, she sent forth her documents, and I signed her up everything, because she was eager. I also made sure that I did her application and sent everything. I hope maybe it will get approved soon. So these are some of the things we need to know. Keep introducing the investment part only, not the business side to people. Sometimes the business side can scare people. People might think that it's a network thing, to scam them and all that. So that is why it's important. You keep introducing the investment side, just that. And later they will see the light, and then you can get them in. A glimpse of the compensation plan that I've already shown Nicole. This is how it looks like. AMG, that is how it looks like, the percentages of payout. DS, this is how it looked like. But again, I wouldn't say that spend time on this. Just the basics will do for now. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you've understood everything that I've shared. I will stop share.